Imagine flying at 30,000 feet, the South China Sea glinting below. You are Lieutenant Commander Viper Jackson, U.S. Navy pilot, hands steady on your A-18 Super Hornet. It's a routine patrol, until a shrill, piercing tone shatters the calm. Hostile radar lock. Someone has you in their sights. The radar warning receiver flashes. A Chinese J-16 fighter jet has locked on. You can't see it, but you know it's out there, targeting you. This is the final step before a missile launch. Instinct and training take over. The air feels heavy. Every sense is on high alert. The J-16 is fast, agile, and deadly. You have seconds to react. Any hesitation could be fatal. The sky's silence is gone, replaced by the threat of instant violence. What was meant as a show of presence is now a direct confrontation. The Chinese pilot escalates from a flyby to a threat, locking his radar onto you. It's a deliberate, aggressive act, a clear signal. You must assume the worst. A missile could launch at any moment. In the vast sky, a deadly duel is about to unfold. Two pilots, two nations, locked in a silent, high-stakes standoff. The mission's purpose, asserting international law, has become a fight for survival. The cockpit is tense, every move critical. The J-16's lock is a challenge you can't ignore. You're seconds from combat, the world narrowed to this moment. The patrol's routine is gone. Now it's about who blinks first. The threat is real, immediate, and personal. The sky is no longer empty. It's a battlefield. You grip the controls, ready for whatever comes next. The next move could decide everything. In this instant, the fate of two pilots, and perhaps more, hangs in the balance. The deadly tone in the empty sky is a warning. Anything can happen here. The radar lock alarm screams. Viper reacts instantly. He yanks the stick left, pulling the Super Hornet into a high G turn, vision blurring. He's trying to break the lock, flying unpredictably to shake the enemy's radar. Flares burst behind him, dazzling decoys for heat-seeking missiles. Chaff clouds the air, jamming enemy radar and hiding his true position. Through the spinning horizon, Viper glimpses the J-16 closing in, relentless. The Chinese jet mirrors every move, refusing to let go. Now it's a dogfight, each pilot fighting for the advantage. The sky shrinks to a deadly arena for two. Viper trusts his Super Hornet, but the J-16 is a worthy adversary. The radar warning blares, a constant reminder of danger. Every second, the risk grows. Defenses are up, but nothing is certain. Only skill, nerve, and quick thinking will keep Viper alive. In this dance, survival means outflying the enemy. No room for error. The Chinese pilot feels in control, pressing his attack on the twisting A-18. He's the aggressor, until he makes a fatal mistake: tunnel vision. He doesn't see Viper's wingman Deadeye lurking above and behind. Deadeye's radar stays silent, his jet invisible, until now. As the J-16 commits, Deadeye dives from above, locking on from the blind spot. Suddenly, the Chinese cockpit erupts with a new warning. He's being targeted. The hunter is now the hunted. The American trap snaps shut. The J-16 pilot is caught off guard, forced to choose: continue the attack and risk a missile, or break off and survive. Confidence evaporates, replaced by fear. The real threat was the one he never saw. The game has changed in an instant. The Chinese pilot faces a stark choice: fight or flee. The tables have turned. He's now the vulnerable one. The American jets have outmaneuvered him. The duel's outcome hangs on his next move. In the sky, fortunes shift in a heartbeat. The Chinese pilot's bravado is gone. He's trapped. Viper evades ahead. Deadeye has a perfect shot from behind. In real combat, a missile would already be on its way. Everyone knows it. The J-16 pilot makes the only choice. He breaks off, climbing away to escape. No missiles fired, but the message is clear. Superior tactics have won the day. The confrontation ends with a tense retreat, not a firefight. Viper and Deadeye regroup, adrenaline still surging. They've survived, but there's no celebration. Just relief and a sober understanding of the risks. This is no game. It's a deadly contest with no room for error. The South China Sea is a flashpoint, where every encounter could turn lethal. Both sides test each other, probing for weakness. Today, restraint prevailed, but next time, it might not. The tension lingers, a warning for the future. These encounters are more than posturing. They're rehearsals for real conflict. The pilots know how close they came to disaster. In this high-stakes game, even victory feels fragile. The sky is quiet again, but the threat remains. One wrong move could change everything. The lesson in these skies, survival depends on skill, nerve, and luck. Next time, the outcome could be very different. This wasn't an isolated incident. It's part of a dangerous pattern. For years, the Indo-Pacific has seen risky encounters between US and Chinese forces. China challenges patrols, flying dangerously close, performing aggressive maneuvers. Each move risks disaster, a collision, a crash, a crisis. The goal: make these patrols so risky that others back down, ceding control. It's a strategy of attrition, normalizing China's presence and pushing others out. Pilots operate under immense pressure, balancing resolve with restraint. Every flight is a test of nerves and diplomacy. The South China Sea has become one of the world's most dangerous flashpoints. These confrontations are gray zone aggression, hostile acts that stop short of open war. China masters this ambiguous conflict, pushing boundaries without crossing red lines. Each action, radar locks, close passes, island building, chips away at the status quo. The US and allies struggle to respond. Too much force risks war. Too little invites more aggression. Freedom of navigation patrols are a gray zone answer to a gray zone threat. The rules are undefined. Every move is a test. One miscalculation could tip the balance from standoff to war. In the gray zone, there are no clear boundaries. The risk of escalation is ever present. Pilots and policymakers alike walk a tightrope. The edge is always closer than it seems. These encounters can spiral out of control in seconds. History proves it. In 2001, a US Navy plane collided with a Chinese jet. One pilot dead, an international crisis. A single mistake nearly triggered disaster. Imagine if today's standoff had ended with a missile launch. The gray zone game would end. Real combat would begin. Escalation would be rapid, possibly uncontrollable. Fleets on alert, leaders under pressure, the world watching. One incident could ignite a wider conflict. This is the nightmare that haunts military planners. In these skies, we're always one mistake from midnight. The stakes couldn't be higher. The South China Sea is vital, rich in resources, crucial for global trade. China claims almost all of it, clashing with neighbors and US patrols. The US insists on open waters, challenging China's claims with regular patrols. For Beijing, these are provocations. For Washington, they're upholding international law. The real danger: no clear rules, no reliable communication. Unlike the Cold War, there's no hotline to defuse crises. Pilots make split-second decisions, often in the dark. One miscalculation could spark a global crisis. These tense encounters are warnings, reminders that catastrophe could start with a single mistake. In a sky without rules, the margin for error is razor thin.